Hey, it's H here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for Nasdaq. I'll cover wave analysis with Elliott Wave Theory and provide multiple scenarios the price may take and explain why I prefer one counter over another. Let's take a look at the different possibilities. Starting here on 1 hour time frame and this counter over here in which we have had as an A, B and C is very extended C, but there's nothing really else I can fit in there that would look that good. Now, the idea here is that we had a 3-way move and now we would be looking for some kind of connector wave here and then looking for higher prices. That's the overall idea that I got. Regarding time, we can see that on lower time frame we had this move here as a 3-way move structurally ending here around 1st of September, and that did not hit the 38.2 minimum requirement for the time element here that I have for any 3-way move. So the second structure, I generally want to see that the 38.2 would be hit. At that point, again, we can allow it to do anything time-wise, but regarding the right look, I generally want to be seeing the second structure getting at least to the 38.2. But again, it did not hit that. If we are looking at this closer, this structure over here, we would have this kind of structure in here. We had this as an ABC. There are multiple ways to label this and this. Oh well, basically just this. This is pretty straightforward for me as a 5-way structure. But yeah, I think the count ended here. We did have these divergences happening in here and it looks pretty good as an end. Then we had a 3-way pullback for a possible A or W wave, 3-way pullback for B or X, and then move to the higher side. Now, the original idea was that we had an A, B, and C. However, the better look that I have here is that instead of that, we would have a W, X, Y. In here, in the wave Y, we would be having this as the ABC into a W wave, ABC into X, and then another ABC here. It is possible to see that we have already done this as a 5-way structure in which we ended as some kind of contracting diagonal, and now we would be coming down. We did hit the 1-to-1 target here and the 1.382 target of this higher time frame, which was this structure here. So it does hit the main targets here on higher time frame. Now, if we are again looking at the time element, we can see that the 38.2 that I mentioned before is hit here. So overall, we can say that okay, this structure, this structure is or does meet the minimum requirements I have for time element for this structure to be the connector that connects the first structure to the third to the downside. Hopefully that makes sense. But yeah, that's that. However, the issue I have with this is if we are hiding these time analysis things, we can see that we did not hit the 38.2. This is again the minimum requirement for the W wave for us to have the pullback here. So that's why I'm thinking that instead of this being a 3-way structure that is the connector as a whole, I don't think it is, because it did not hit the 38.2. Instead, I would think that we are going to be getting another 3-way move and another 3-way move or a 5-way move, depending on how low we get this X wave to. So going to be very choppy, I think, for a good portion of this September. But we'll see, of course, how it develops, if this has any merit to it. Look-wise, that would be pretty nice. To connect this structure over here to this one and then create another 3-way move down. And at that point we could be zooming out again and having this as the as 3, 3 and 5 or a 3, 3 and 3, whether depending of course how low we are getting here. But yeah, that is pretty much all the expectations I have at the moment for Nasdaq. For lower time frame or the current date, I would be expecting either sideways movement or some kind of dump down here. I think we ended up the previous day, let's see, actually around, well, I can't see that here. SPX here, 4,000 on S&P 500. So there is definitely a gap there to be filled. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are just dumping down. That would be fitting the overall idea that we have here, that we have finished this possible move to the higher side. Of course, it is possible that we are continuing to the higher side, and this was just a wave 1 of this fifth for that C wave here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I feel like that is pretty much everything I want to cover on Nasdaq. If you made it this far into the video, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below, and for now I thank you for watching and hope you have an amazing rest of your day. See you next video, bye bye.